I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Daily English Show. Today we're studying a scene from a movie called The Wrestler. I haven't seen this movie. I don't think it's been released in Japan yet. But anyway, you don't need to see a whole movie to study a scene from it. In this scene, a guy asks a girl to go and have a drink with him. And she says no at first, and then she eventually says yes. He invites her by saying, "Have a beer with me?" That's the same as saying, "Will you have a beer with me?" Or, "Do you want to have a beer with me?" Or, "Please have a beer with me." And she refuses by saying, "I've got to get going," which means the same thing as, "I have to go," presumably because there's something that she has to do. That's a pretty natural way to refuse an invitation. If someone asks you to go for a coffee or a drink or something, it's pretty strange to refuse by saying, "No, I don't want to." Instead, people usually say things like, "No, I can't, I have to go home," or "I have to do something else." If you use "have to," it sounds like you don't have a choice and you regret not being able to do it, even though really, of course, you usually do have a choice. Then she says, "I got a kid," and he replies with, "You have a kid?" I got means the same thing as I have got, or I've got, or I have. I got is informal, so don't go writing it in your university essays or in business email. Kia ora, this is Stick News. Yesterday in New Zealand there was a blog blackout to protest a new law. Last year, a law was passed in New Zealand called the Copyright Amendment Act No. 27. Most of the act has already taken effect, but Section 92A has now been delayed after protests, including website blackouts and an online petition. According to the New Zealand Herald, Section 92A requires that ISPs implement policies for warning and ultimately disconnecting internet users accused of copyright infringement. They said it was widely agreed that the act would be costly for ISPs, be unenforceable, and probably won't work. And that was Stick News for Tuesday, the 24th of February. Kia ora.
I've never had a student that never got it in the end. We often find that everybody gets to a certain point and they hit a barrier. And some people hit that on the first day. It might be, some people for instance struggle with stepping up the hill, so we call it sidestepping. And some people, you know, they seem to struggle a lot at that sort of point. And it's about trying to sort of, you know, sometimes you have to take people away from that. Sometimes it involves, you know, just going down, sitting down, having a coffee. Other times just taking a break or just trying to make things a little bit more enjoyable, because to get people out of that sort of, they get them stuck on that sort of part of it. But usually I've always found that so far we've got people through, and then they sort of, when they get past that, then they start to, you know, really enjoy it and they improve at a different rate doing other sort of things.
Today's word is turn on. You probably know to turn on as in, "Can you please turn on the light?" But turn on with a hyphen is also a noun. A person or thing that people find sexually exciting. The woman in the movie is a stripper, and she says that she doesn't tell customers that she has a child because it's not a turn on. Have a beer with me? One beer. You have a kid? Well, what do you have, a boy or a girl? How old? Wow, who would figure, huh? Hold on, wait a second. I want you to give this to your little guy. It's a Randy the Ram action figure. Tell him not to lose it. It's a $300 collector's item. No. Come on, hey, one beer. I've got to get going. I got a kid. Boy, Jameson. 9. Well, it's not something I usually tell the customers. Not exactly. It's not a turn on. Really? Okay. A small change or improvement that is made to a law or a document. A. Accuse. B. Amendment. C. Delay. D. Implement. E. Infringe. Amendment. To not do something until a later date. Delay. Put into effect. Implement. To say that somebody has done something wrong or is guilty of something. Accuse. To break a rule or law. Infringe. And that was the Daily English Show. See you tomorrow. Bye.